enemies them they hammer, scatter. My brother shatter, fire like a lighter. Get to reason for this living. This is in my brother, it no easy, Papa God na FCO. But them no sensation and no mega. My enemies them they maga because I can think like Elijah. Jehovah na my lover. Sensation I say. Everybody stand up firm. I say I don't get wahala. Hey, I say we they enjoy no be small. Because I say we they serve God. I say Lucifer no good at all. Now he make I join Jesus Christ. I say sinfulness you know they sweet. You go only window. Everybody they do a go. But if anybody follow Mugu, my brother, I say Baba God go judge him. The God of El Shaddai, now me get him. Yes, sir. The God of Mama Cyber, now me get him. One Holy Spirit, now my sin, no brother.
Yes, so that's a sensational praise, one of our groovy song, and this song is leading us into the afternoon drive show here, where we give you all the gist left and right, front and back. Yeah, I remain DJ Shab, and of course, you know this is Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. I'm going to be your host today. I have Simidili Olabisoke with me in the studio. How are you? It's good to have you back here.
Yeah, good afternoon. Even though basically I'm going to be producing today, Shab will be doing the talking alone. She's a solo talker for today. So how you doing? Hope you're good.
Didn't just say that. That's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Basically, Happy Democracy Day to everyone, to all Nigerians home and abroad, and the people that have japa, even the people that are still around. Happy Democracy Day.
You're still Nigerian.
Yeah. Yells.
Yeah, today is the 13th day in the month of June 2022. Yesterday was Democracy, but because it's a Sunday, then today there's a public holiday. But you know the nature of our job. We're always here to serve you. Don't forget to like us on Facebook. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Instagram and Twitter at Lagoonradio.Ng. On Facebook is at Lagoonradio Nigeria. Wow. A lot has happened in the course of the week and over the weekend. You know, gospels left and right, breakfast here and there, political talks, and of course we have the terrible news that comes in and all of that. We're gonna try to touch everything, you know, pam, and of course we're here to serve you and to serve you right. We'll quickly go on a very quick break, and when we get back, we'll start into the afternoon drive show.
This time after time, I hear the word say, if you believe in Jehovah, you don't go take your place. And I believe in miracle, and I know that my God is for real. That same God of Oyedeko is the same God today. God can do it again, and again. It's the same God today, and forever He's the same. Yesterday and today, He's forever the same. There's no reason to doubt God can do it again. There's no reason to doubt. There's no reason to doubt. There's no reason to doubt. God can do it again. There's no reason to doubt. God can do it again. There's no reason to doubt. God can do it again. You were more than what people say. You were more than what they say. You were more than what they say. You were more than what they say. You were good. You were kind. And Lord, I know that you were more than what they say. You were good. You were kind. Lord, I know that you were more than what they say. You alone at work, to be praised and adored. You alone at work, Lord, to be praised and adored. And you've been faithful, Lord, through the ages come by. And God is my name. It's forever for you. glorify your name.
All right, welcome back to the afternoon drive show here on Lagoon Radio. We're about to start the show. If you're just tuning in, you're very much welcome because we're about to get started. You've not missed anything out. A lot has happened, like I said earlier, terrible things. Some people were served breakfast, and we can see the actions people are taking due to the fact that the insecurity, due to the insecurity we faced last week. I mean, to the events that happened last week, and people are actually taking precautions. We can see all over the internet. Okay, so yesterday night, so before that one, I'm going to take this one. So we can see a video here of a man that has been arrested for assaulting his girlfriend at a mall. For what? For waiting? For why? What is the reason for not picking his call? So I'm going to take the story. The police in Oyo State has arrested a young man who allegedly assaulted his girlfriend at a shopping mall in Ibadan area of the state. It was also gathered that the suspect stormed the mall on Monday morning, June 13, that's today, to brutalize his girlfriend of 1 year after she refused to take his calls. So according to his source, the girl who works at the mall said she didn't take his calls because she went clubbing with her friends, adding that this isn't the first time he is assaulting her. A video from the incident shows it took the intervention of onlookers and the mall's security personnel to stop the man from further assaulting the girl. Okay, so this is not the first time. This is your boyfriend. People are doing boyfriend and girlfriend thing, and then what if you guys are married? This is what we're talking about. You're seeing the handwriting all over the place. You can see it written all over the place, and then you still feel okay. I love this guy. I want to continue. Okay, continue. Continue. For those of you in this kind of relationship, continue.
You can see as I'm chuckling here because if I talk now, so that you will not say I have bad mouth again this week, and I've proposed in my heart that for the rest of the days that is remaining in the month of June, I don't want anybody to talk about me love for, because come to think of it, I don't understand. Okay, assaulting a lady because she's not picking your phone. Why do you think she isn't picking the phone? And this thing is not only happening in relationships. Okay, take for example, if you're trying to reach out to someone and maybe you put a call through to that person and the person did not pick up your calls at that time. What actually used to piss me off personally is by the time you now eventually pick the call or something, then okay, maybe when you now realize that okay, the person is not picking your call. Number one, why can't you just send a text message? If it's as urgent, send a text message, let the person know that the call is urgent, or let the person know why you're calling, and so the person can maybe excuse his or herself from where they are and return your call. That one apart. Somebody will now call back. The first thing we now say is, oh, Gafuel, why didn't you pick my call? I'll be like, pardon. That thing pisses me off personally, like pardon, because you don't know where I am at that time. You don't know what I'm going through. You don't even, so you're just calling. Okay, take for example, see people that maybe they are traveling and maybe they got attacked they are by armed robbers or something. At that moment, we are that person for my own out of her. She decided to hide her phone in a private place that aunt cannot touch. You are now calling like a banji. You did not know that automatically you have covered that person. Honestly, but on a serious note, really, it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. Something similar happened last week. Okay, I finished from church and then I was going home. It's already late. I had to hide my phone, keep it safe, and then it's on vibration. I had to dim the light. Okay, anything. That is before you even reach, people will come to my rescue. Okay, so to cut the long story short, and then my phone started ringing. I didn't even know who was calling me. I really do not care because where I was, I can't bring out my phone. I can't fit because this it's not funny really. And then the person I picked the call later, and then it was like I was calling to come and collect your money. Imagine you're calling to come my own money, my money. It's just so unfortunate I couldn't pick because I could have just lost thousands of naira because this phone is expensive, and imagine the number of things on it. Where do I start from? It can be very painful. It can be very heartbreaking. In fact, I'll be served breakfast.
That is it.
Not the only relationship that is serve person breakfast. Even this our phones. If you get missing, you're in trouble. Just imagine the number of things on the phone.
My darling sister.
And then I said, please do transfer now because I couldn't have picked. Person said, you should have picked. Pick what for me.
I cannot try it.
So your boss said something. Person will see. No fee fight time because you don't know in your theory. The reason why the person is not picking your call, you can't be angry because you're not seeing this person. You don't know what this person is actually passing through
at that moment. Yeah,
you are not in a position to judge. You can fight the person when you see the person. In fact, fight, scatter the whole place when the person refuses to give you genuine reasons. I know it can be painful, but still.
That is it now. Or if you know it's urgent, just drop a text message. And that's why God has given the people that built this phone, God has given them sense to create a lot of apps that will be useful any point in time. If you can't reach out through call, reach out through text message, and there will be peace in the land.
It's just painful. See, that's another topic on it. So, see, you've called someone. Share etiquette in it, be common sense, or what under what class am I supposed to put this one? Really, it's another topic on its own. It's another discussion on its own. You've called me several times. I didn't pick. Common sense, even if it's not
courtesy.
Thanks.
Courtesy actually demands.
Thanks.
Courtesy actually demands.
You send a text.
Yeah.
Like we said earlier, I might be at the meeting, and then your call keeps disturbing. And then I feel it's important. At the end of the day, I pick the call and they are telling me trash. I'm sorry. You're telling me what is not important. People should learn to...
Sharp, don't put it.
No. This one now, I'm teaching. Please, if you call someone once or twice, not that the person does not want to hear from me. If the person does not want to hear from me, if you call the next day the same time, same number of times, again, the third day the same number of times, then you know this person does not want to hear from me. But you call 1, 2... Don't even try to call the third time. Depending on who you're even calling, send a message. Of course, the person will see the message. If you tell me that his network, the call didn't get to your side, at least the message will get to your side.
Sure.
If you send a WhatsApp message, it's going to tell you, it's going to show you that yes, it's been delivered. Send the message just to justify yourself, to be able to prove a point. There's a reason for all these apps here, like you said, WhatsApp. Text messages and Facebook. You can even go as far as on Facebook to leave a message. Then you are justified. But disturbing people with calls, it's just not right. It's just not right. So in that category,
repent.
Change.
So basically, for this lady's issue and spouse or maybe boyfriend, let me put it that way. To me, is childish, really, and I think it has actually gotten used to it. This can be the first time.
This is not the first.
It can be the first time, because if it's the first time, it won't be that bold to do that in a mall. And according to the lady,
that's where she works.
Yeah,
and she even know she can't just be pick. Imagine me attending to a customer and then you expect me to pick a call. I'm even the customer now. I feel offended. Like, what's up with this person?
Sure.
Do you even know your job? Why do you have to keep me waiting? I beg.
So that's the way it is. And on this condition, on this thing, self-control, discipline, and all that.
Self-control, discipline. Such a pity. There are two things to look at in this thing: domestic violence and what else? Courtesy.
No, domestic violence, assault. God.
Courtesy, because you need to learn it. You need to let me speak in the English. You need to learn it.
Defamation of personality. This is up to 10 count charges. By the time we start like this,
we're becoming lawyers gradually. We're becoming legal practitioner. You just need the cap and the jacket.
We are already legal practitioner. Just get us the wig and the car.
If you're in this kind of relationship, if you are this kind of sheep, you can be caught in already now. Sheep. You can this kind of sheep. Biko, ja. Don't be only more. No, in fact,
just imagine if you can do this outside. Imagine what it will be doing to the
you're
lady
in trouble.
indoor.
You're in
They'll be
trouble.
going through a lot of things, and I don't know. I don't understand.
Let's just take a
really.
few comments and then we go to the other stories.
Okay, like we said, this one, I don't know waiting concern CPU concern voting. This one, this one is
Central
like
processing.
yeah. This is I actually oh yeah, central processing unit.
Yes.
Okay, go and get your central CPU for voting. So when you get your CPU, at least let your central processing unit let it be working very well, so that you'll be able to make use of your head and your heart,
Wait.
not your heart alone.
Ebola to Jassy. Where have we landed?
Oh, seriously. But basically, we need more than our PVC for voting.
Yes.
We also need our CPU, or basically a GPU self. But it's actually on a lighter note.
Yeah.
Okay, like we said, self-control, self-discipline is the key. Is the key. If you cannot discipline yourself, if you cannot control your temperament, then because maybe you should day one day or day your day. And like we said, to someone here said, imagine what you can do inside the house if you could do this at the mall. Then if peradventure,
Even if you're buying the old word for me, the moment you even carry that hand to slap, that's the end.
because I don't understand. Oh God. Okay, let me just keep quiet because we are not ready for violence.
I can't.
We're not ready
Really,
for
I can't.
violence
I don't even
today.
have the body to contain it.
Really? So we.
Some people have the body. Me, I don't have the body. I'm sorry to say. I don't have more Lara. Yeah.
Anyway, and basically this is actually how cases of domestic violence starts. Some of the cases of domestic violence, like it starts from courting. Once you're courting and you start seeing some brake lights and all that, you just need to call yourself to order and do the needful. Because if you say, oh, he will change, by the time we get married and we start going to church programs, we start doing, he will change.
And then Ishele Mawak Bedeta.
Now we also hope it will change, and we pray it will change, but at least it's actually a head sound for you, so that you'll be able to find your square root, and whether with the use of let me not go into mathematics right now. Thank you. Okay, now I had an experience in Ibadan, Oyo State, some days back. Okay, from so-called law enforcers. Law enforcers
In general.
And basically we've been talking about this law enforcement agencies and all that for quite some time now, and to me, there are no changes yet. I've not seen any changes yet, and I feel that if you don't start standing on your ground, if you don't know your rights and stand on your ground, they will just extort you unnecessarily, and you will end up paying money you're not supposed to pay. They just use it to eat and use it to just fiekpa like that. Okay, what happened? This story actually made me remember my experience. This is a story of a federal road safety officer who was seen harassing a couple in Ilorin, and he practically told them to park, ask for their papers and all that, which they tendered to the officer, and everything was complete. The papers were complete. Everything was okay. And after that, they had to explain to the officer that they were trying to go drop the kids in school and return to the hospital because the man in question was a medical doctor and he had patients to attend to. That was how these officers started to harass them. And so what? And so this thing, and before they knew it, the man was trying to find faults, searching their cars and all that, and even tried to seize their car keys. Now, people that were passing by and everything, they actually try as much as possible to berate the officer, and the man assaulted the victim's wife and all that. So what am I trying to say? Now, I imagine what law or which constitution says that law enforcers or any officer of the law enforcement agency should open someone else's car and enter anyhow they want? Is there a rule for that? I want to know. Then number 2, is there any rule? Okay, now road safety, fine. Use your seatbelt. If you have your fire extinguisher, your papers are complete and all that, fine and good. This is not the first time a road safety officer will be stopping me on the road and asking for my papers. And even there are times itself that they will just be, I hope your papers are complete. Yes, once they see the confidence, you're good to go. And once I'm on my seatbelt, or I'm good to go. So now, back to my personal experience. We actually went to an area in Ibadan. So while we're leaving that area, that's how some people now told us to park queue at the middle of the express, middle of the road. And I park. Okay, we park. Now what happened? They now ask us, do you have emblem? I say, which emblem? What it concern emblem? Because I don't understand. Emblem for what? Okay, ask for my the vehicle papers. We tendered it to them. They checked everything. Everything was complete. That's how they now start to, hey, you cannot leave this place. That's how I wanted to start opening the door from outside. Sharp. If you see the way I hit this man's hand, I never even I never even that one self now play. As in, I wank his hand, I pump. Remove your hand. What are you looking for? What? Like, I had to stand my ground. And that was when I knew that if you did not know your rights, they will use you and eat you. Now that there's hunger in the land, any small thing, you are a victim. So now, basically, this is what I'm trying to pass across. Know your rights. Know your rights as a citizen of this country, Nigeria. Once they see that you know your rights, you're not fidgeting, they will leave you alone. They will even give you stress. They won't give you unnecessary headache at all. Now, back to my question. Is there any rule? Now, I think we have to involve our audiences in this. Is there any rule? Is there any law? Is it in the Constitution? Because I've not read the Constitution to that side. But take a Constitution on the side. Maybe it's me that I've not read the Constitution to that area. That law enforcers can enter anybody's car whenever they want. And is there any rule? You can join the conversation by dialing our studio line on 08189 Lagoon. That's 08189 524666. 08189 524666. Is there any constitution? Or is it in the Constitution? Or is there any rule that says law enforcers can enter anybody's car anytime, anyhow, anywhere they want? You can call in to go join the conversation. Let's briefly go on another music break. We'll be right back because I'm seeing Sharp now. She's doing the thing is being today is Monday. Sharp repents. There's public holiday. We should even have public holiday safe in this our amiable life. Anyway, but OCD Baraku. All right, stay connected to Lagoon Radio. Don't go anywhere.
This is Lagoon Radio.
Alright, welcome back from that very short break. The time is 28 minutes before 3 p.m. here, and you're still listening to Lagoon Radio, your number one online gospel radio station, powered by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion. Like us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria, on Instagram and Twitter is at Lagoonradio.Ng. I remain DJ Shab and I'm your host today, and with me is still Simidele Olabisi Oke, my conductor.
Your condo.
My conductor.
Coco finish me,
Right,
kill
so
me.
if you're just tuning in, you're still very much welcome. If you've been with us since, thank you very much. You all are the real MVPs. Still in the gist. This one is a rather sad one. Two men were over the weekend shot dead by suspected robbers at different locations in the Ibadan area of Oyo State. All right, so the reason why the bikes were banned, I think this is one of the reasons, and I think it should remain this way. This is rather a sad one, like I said.
Okay, was it shot by bike men or?
Yes, they were on bike. Okay, so here's what happened.
Oh, okay.
They were on bike. These guys were being trailed after they had used the ATM, one of which withdrew 250,000 naira. It was trailed to where he was stopped, and then they took the money from him, shot him, and then he died.
Wow.
And the other one was with his girlfriend in the car. After trailing him, I think he went to deliver the money. The amount was undisclosed. The one that was shot dead, he came to collect money for his workers. He's a quarry worker.
Okay.
And then he came to town to withdraw the money. And then he was killed after the money was taken from him. So this other one was in the car with his girlfriend. And then I think he has delivered the money already. And then they came to ask him, where is the money? He said he had
Delivered
the money. They didn't believe him. They shot him in his left hand. It's a close shot. And then they didn't see nothing to get from him. They had to shoot him several times on the chest.
Wow. That's
The
quite sad.
fiance's phone was taken. A purse was taken. All the money on her was taken. It's really a sad one. This happened in Ibadan area of your state. And these people, they left through the toll gate.
Wow.
That's the Lagos Ibadan Expressway.
Wow.
When
I think
some people
basically
still don't know the good in the ban of bikes.
Yeah.
And until we realize, because we don't pray for any of our close relatives to be affected, we do not pray for any of this. But until we realize that these people, they might have their own good. But of course, you don't forget the fact that people are losing their lives. Loved ones are leaving us behind. And we do not ask for any of this.
So basically, I think talking about the issue of the bike ban, I think since after June 1st, that the Lagos State government started to implement the bike ban stuff, there's a bit of sanity has actually been restored. Like, a bit of sanity has been restored. There's no lawlessness because it's in Lagos. I see that bike men used to struggle road with truck drivers.
So annoying. And that's why I tell this, I beg, carry me run. If you want to run, make her calm down. But thank God there are no more.
That is it. So that's it. And this morning, as I was coming to work, I'm like, hey, so there can be sanity in the land like this. Like the bridge, this CMS bridge here.
Okay, you came in through.
Proudly, my dear sister. Like, I came in through CMS bridge and I'm like, the whole place was clear.
They practically face coming cars. That's what they do.
Yeah, they are
fears.
one-way people. They don't obey traffic rules.
I don't care about that. Follow.
They just.
I cannot fight. I cannot. I'm not a Batman. I'm not Superman. I'm not even Spider-Man. I cannot fly.
They don't obey traffic rules. They just biam. Their own is make we just reach where they go.
Fatherland now.
And they can even decide to like maneuver in between two trailers, trucks. Then carrying container. I know all those truck container that used to fall down. One bike will now be inside in between two trucks and all that. I'm like, I want to gel like seriously, want to gel no be small. So, but really, it's actually a sad one, and we don't pray for such
Okay, I'm
for
going to
anyone
take a
close.
few comments here. Yes, it's is one of them is a groom, the one that was shot in the car is a groom, and thank God they didn't even kill his fiancée, but it's
It's quite sad, really.
really really sad. I'm going to take a few comments here. This one says, "Now people we know him. Pigeon no be by first to type. Now people we know him, them do that thing. God, I beg you, save us from woes in sheep clothing as friends in our lives. We never can tell. I wouldn't know, but that's a comment." And this one said, all the people aspiring to be president haven't said how this insecurity in Nigeria can be tackled. It's a pity. And so many, many more comments here. They would rob you and still kill you. If it's not the height of wickedness, I don't know what this is. Humanity is now missing in many people. Our problem is in this country is more than bad governance. Yes.
That is it.
Ilela, I think Kesho
Charity begins at home.
Yes. So
That's it.
if you can't curb it while he's still a boy, while he's still a girl, while he's still a child, if you can't stop all of these bad characters, if you don't train your child well, train your child in the way it should grow. He or she should grow. And then let's see where it's going to lead us or land us.
That's it. And basically, if the way the way we behave in our closet or in our homes would actually dictate the way we behave outside. Like you said, charity begins at home. The thing is, if we keep saying, oh, bad governance, you yourself, which one are you doing in your own house? Let me just ask you, which one are you doing in your own house? I'm ready to throw shades, but at the same time, let's just call a spade this afternoon, because you get as they do me today. Which one are you doing in your own house? Take, for example, if you have 2 pieces of meat in the pot and you're 5 people in the house, you're the first person to serve yourself food. You now carry the 2 meat, leaving none for the remaining people in the house. What does that actually depict? So that is the way it is. It actually depicts that if you are in charge of something bigger, you will still do the same thing, just for your selfish interest. And that's what's affecting us in our country today. So all of us shouting bad governance, I'm not actually disputing that fact. Yes, we have bad governance issues, but the individuality issue that we have safe is more than the bad governance. That's the way it is. Like our own personal issue that we have, that we're using to affect our country, Nigeria, is even more than that bad government. I'm not even ready to speak English this afternoon. So then, now, that's about that. Still concerning the issue of insecurity. I think on the 5th or 6th of this month, 5th of this month, that was first Sunday in this month, we all heard about the what happened in Owo and all that, Owo Ondo State, and I actually followed that story to the point that it was reported that the perpetrators, the gunmen, were arrested and taken to the Oba's palace. That was actually the latest I saw concerning it. So that's one aside. Now, churches have actually started to take their own actions on this. Like, there's actually a pastor in Ilorin, in a church in Ilorin, Ilorin Kwara State, who actually basically practically pulls up to the church with his gun in Ilorin. And then there are some other churches too. There are some other churches too that their members actually went to church with one ammunition or the other, guns, knife, pepper spray, and what have you. Because
speaking on that,
oh my gosh,
honestly speaking, and to be very realistic with ourselves, it's easier said
than done.
We are not trained to be this. We are not trained to carry guns. When these people come, the way they attack, they come like a thief. And then they crawling like snail. Yeah, snail. Let me use snail. But before you even say you want to shoot, can you even handle a gun? Can you?
Well, basically,
these people are well trained.
basically, how did we?
You wait,
how
guy
did we
goes
get
if you go
here?
jackpot first before any other person. That's it.
But seriously,
We're not
how
trying to
did
say-
we? How did we get
we
here?
don't need all of this. Yes, we really need prayers, and
How did
we
we
need
get
to use
here?
our central processing unit.
We need to use our CPF.
We really need to do that. Get your PVC. Get your PVC. It's really, really important.
It's
now.
not. It's not funny
Now.
at all.
And let's
because
just hope for the best.
because the
For the
rate
better.
the rate or the level of insecurity now in this country is basically alarming, and
It is.
there are a lot of social media clouds. Social media, yeah, let me put it that way. A lot of people on social media, they are actually using it for clouting purposes. Because, okay, during the week, no, I think, during the week, last week, I saw some videos that were in circulation about don't go to church, oh, hey, they are coming, church is now their target. Even someone in the US is calling people that are in Nigeria to tell them not to go to calling people in Nigeria to tell them not to go to church. Then there was a particular video I watched, and I'm like, what's this woman saying? And personally, basically, I stopped. Like, I practiced. Even the person that sent it to me, I blocked her. Because number one, my mental health state is very important to me. I cannot let you come and post and say inside my garden. Then number two, you need not to lose guard. Don't lose guard concerning the issue of insecurity. No, there are some safety protocols you just have to follow. And which, okay, take for example, if you're a night walker, you cannot be a night walker and say you're safe in this kind of condition. You are not safe. So do whatever you want to do outside, then quickly come back home and, be okay, be good. In fact, I can't start recounting all the things the woman was saying in that video. I'm like, in fact, immediately more can cast and by, and I say, God forbid, it's not my portion in the name of Jesus Christ. That's the way it is. Because I can't let you come and give me unnecessary attention. You are hiding somewhere, you are posting video for my comments, for my like, no, day your day, make a day my deal. Seriously.
Make our day just day.
Make our day just day. So let me just pass this to my fellow Nigerians. No lose guard, number one thing. And number two thing, for your mental health sake, it's not everything you see on social media you believe. And there was one other message that was posted on one of the groups I am on WhatsApp. You see, this particular message has been in circulation since year 2015. And they now resent it again. I'm like, Bulatu Jasiba Ekilo Shinwa. So basically, it's not all the messages, it's not all the videos you see on social media or that someone sends or that someone shares that is recent. Not all of them are recent. So try and do your homework very well. Try and do your findings very well before you now come and give yourself...
You don't take everything to heart.
To heart. Because before you come and give yourself unnecessary high blood pressure. It is what it is, basically.
Okay, we have just 10 more minutes and then we call it a wrap.
Stop looking at the time for me. We'll extend this show to 3
We have
p.m.
10 more minutes.
Excuse
and then
me.
we call it a wrap.
Excuse me.
I said the show is going to end now. It's going to end now.
Excuse me.
But of course, we have 2 more gist. So this one is on blackout. Again, so there's blackout as national grid collapse for the 6th time in 2022. So as if it collapses every month, because I don't understand.
No, it actually
Like,
collapsed
July is
in
going to
March.
collapse again.
Sharp. It actually collapsed in March, I think twice or so, then twice in April. March, April. We didn't have any issues in May. June. Well, according to the news today, it was 5th time. It was 5th time in the news today. So, but basically, whether 5th time or 6th time, national grid collapse is national grid collapse. And to me, I don't according to report, the causes for the collapse are due to some factors such as the issue of water, the issue of gas pipeline leakage and all that. So I think it's one of the some of the reasons or some of the factors that were said to have actually caused the national grid collapse. And when I saw that, and it's not in all parts of Nigeria, really. It's not in all parts of Nigeria.
My side is not affected, but some areas.
Yeah, some parts are not affected, while some parts are affected. I mean, I was thinking, so that's why we don't have light in my area since yesterday afternoon. Don't like to affect us. God bless you. God bless your life. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now,
And then, lastly,
you know, go chavo.
if I have like 3 more minutes and then.
Yeah, really. Like, there was this trend I actually saw on Twitter over the weekend about saying no to errands running for your wives, like trying to tell guys that say no. I was not reading.
It's funny.
It's funny. I was not reading comments. I'm like, hey, Olumakaiye. There were some funny comments that were actually coming out from that particular post, and I'm like, so basically most men, let me not say all men, most men run errands for their wives, for their partners, which to me is actually normal, because if you're going out, maybe if your husband is going out and while he's outside, you now remember something, you just call him and say, please, can you help us get this, you know?
Hey.
That's how someone made a comment that was funny.
Women can send you message.
Die. They will even send you reminder. And there are some ridiculous messages they will send you. As a man, you will sit and be like, God, why is my life like this? But really, I think you're saying Lauren seriously. Like,
No, it's not love.
You should even appreciate that we are sending you message. Please, our men should not come for me. But really, you should appreciate that we are sending you message, because if you not deliver those messages, number one, you might not sleep in that house peacefully overnight. You will sleep, but the sleep might not be peaceful. Then number two, you sleep with one eye open, because if you turn like this, if body touch body, you can receive shinko just because of that 100 naira egg you did not buy while you're coming back from home. But to me, it's actually a way to bring closeness, or is a way to bring in more intimacy into your marriage. Like, run errands. Even if your wife is in the kitchen, you can, if you're less busy, you can join her to just be doing the dishes, or you can just stay there and be gisting with her. Like, don't make her feel that burden, and all that. And you see that food will come out delicious. Very delicious in a delicious way, and it's going to be okay.
See, speaking on this, I saw a post too related to this. Say women, they send message.
That's how we are wired.
Stand up as a man. That's when they will remember. Baby, please help me bring the remote. Baby, please help me bring water from the fridge. Baby, please help me bring my glasses. Baby, please help me do this. Maybe I should just sit down. Let me just sit back. And then let's see who is going to run all of this errands. What if I didn't stand up? Are you not going to run the errands? Are you not going to go get all of these things yourself? What's happening?
But I think you're saying Lauren now. We are making you feel among. But sharp, that thing you just said is like I'm mentioning my name in capital letter. But
we all are guilty. We all are guilty. I do it a lot.
My fish also, my fish para. Like I'm going to use it to do. So I use it to rub my body.
Yeah.
Thank you. So on our uncle that is moving the motion that married men should say no to running errands for their wife. You're on your own, no, my dear brother. It's like you have seen another house that you will be living. Thank you, Feli.
You will drink gariwo.
Don't threaten son of man.
I beg. Son of man, we don't want to run errand. He no go chop. There's no food for lazy man.
No food for lazy man. That
all
is
right.
about that.
Time is gradually coming. We're running out of time, and I'm going to take this last one on a lighter note. Have you ever? No, there is this trend that someone will send you a message and then you'll be like, I want to check if my account is still working. Please, quickly send me 10,000 naira. Urgent 10K. Let me see if that app. It's been a while I use that account now. Send me 10K. Let me see if it's working.
Hey, don't worry. Instead of me sending you 10K, maybe I will just send you 10 naira.
To check if it's working.
Maybe it's just to check if it's working. I'll send you 10 naira now.
See, does not joke with money.
Before, I'll just send you 10 naira. It's to check if it's working. Simple.
Or someone, another one. Because someone wants to prove that you're not stingy. Because someone already told this person, this lady is stingy. And it comes to money, don't go near her. And then maybe you're not, maybe you are, we don't know. And the person wants to confirm. And then I come to you like, I heard they are stingy, but I don't want to believe it. But I really need 100K just to prove the person wrong.
Sorry, I'll tell you basically that what you've heard, just take it like that. If I'm stingy, if you heard I'm stingy, you can even add your own. Simple.
There's no need for me to take this gist.
You can even add your own.
There's no need for me to take this gist, but I'm gonna take it. This one is coming from Kiss Daniel. So he says I'm stingy. Why? He told a lady who asked him to prove rumor mongers wrong by giving her 100K. Oh,
can you imagine?
People are so ridiculous when it comes to asking.
This one is indirect begging. Hello. This one is actually indirect begging.
Just say you want to beg for money.
Indirect bambiana.
Easy scope to patch. Let's go patch.
Beg.
All right, so you get about that night. He said, but though I hear rumors that you are stingy. Kindly prove them wrong and dash me 100K. Oh, 10K. He don't say 5K. Don't say 20K. 100K. Did you work in his pocket? Okay, you bought data too. Of course, if you calculate it, but they want to beg wisely. So he said, "No worry, I am stingy. I proved nothing wrong."
Simple as ABC. I rest my case.
There's even an emoji of I prove nothing wrong.
Namaste.
And on this note, we say namaste. Thank you for being a part of the show. I hope you had an amazing time with us. Of course, I do had a swell time. Tomorrow is going to be another edition of the afternoon drive. You do not want to miss it from the hours of 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. here on Lagoon Radio. And kindly like us on Facebook at Lagoon Radio Nigeria. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Lagoon Radio NG for more info and entertainment. You show here 24/7. I remain DJ Sharp, and to my left is
Olapisi Semideli. Okay.
And from both of us, we say good afternoon. Bye.
Sharp, you have winch.
Bye bye.